number one mistake that I see that a lot of people make is that they don't take the time to tailor their CV. So this is what I mean. Every hiring manager has a vision of the person they want to bring onto their team. So they discuss that vision with the recruiter that will be recruiting for that position. So they then tailor the job specification to suit a specific skill and experience. So if you are interested in that kind of position, you have to basically think like the hiring manager or like the recruiter who will screen your CV. So how do you think like the recruiter first who will screen your CV? What to do really is for you to understand the job specification. Once you have an understanding of the job, you then begin to use keywords from that particular job specification to tailor your CV. So for example, if they say on the job specification that they are looking for someone with strong Excel skill, you want to make sure that you use that word strong Excel skill. And then you go on and on and on like that. Okay. Use the right verbs or the right words to demonstrate your experience. For example, manage administration. Manage administration is different from supporting administration. Using that word manage would mean that you can take responsibility for specific things from start to finish. But supporting simply means that someone is overseeing your work. Ensure to use the right verb or the right description to describe your job functions. Use manage instead of support. Use coordinate instead of support. Use responsible for instead of support. So those three words, manage, coordinate, responsible for, means you can take ownership or a function from start to finish. You want to present yourself like someone who can take ownership of functions from start to finish, no matter what the job is all about. Okay. Then try not to use words like junior on your CV. For example, I see job specifications that say junior software developer. In your CV, instead of saying junior software developer, use the word software developer. So what a junior can do, a senior probably would be able to do. However, the long years of experience is what defines a junior from a senior. So rather than say junior, ensure to mention the word software developer on your CV. That way, you are not cutting yourself short by telling the recruiter that you could earn less than a real software developer. So be mindful of things like that, okay? Ideally, your CV is supposed to be a 2-page paper representing your whole work experience. However, it is important to be mindful of the kind of information you include on your CV. So on your CV, you want to describe what you have done, how you did it, when you did it, and the result you got. So what did you do? When did you do it? How did you do it? And the final result that you got. For example, when I started looking for a job as a human resources consultant, I ensured to list on my CV the amount of candidates that I've met in my time as an interviewer. I mentioned the amount I hired, and I mentioned that those candidates have remained within the organization that I've hired them for. I didn't only demonstrate what I did, I demonstrated when I did it, I demonstrated how I did it, and the end result that I got. You want to mimic that also on your CV. If you can truly do that on your CV, a recruiter who has an understanding of what the hiring manager is looking for will definitely shortlist you for that interview. So I also want to mention that a lot of people make this mistake of sending their generic CV to every job. Once they see a job, they feel like, oh, I can do this job. They just keep sending their CV to all the jobs they find. It is important that you tailor each job to each CV. So what that means is sometimes you find out that you have up to 5 CVs or up to 6 CVs or even more. So the ideal is for you to ensure to tailor each job specification to match your work experience, qualifications, and skills. If you read the job specification and they are not looking for a particular skill that you have, don't waste the space on your CV to include those skills. If they are not looking for it in the job specification, they are likely not to be looking for it on your CV. So be mindful to include relevant information on your CV, the ones that will help you get screened, the ones that will help you land the interview. You have to begin to think like the recruiter and also like the hiring manager. That is how to put yourself out there in a great way to be screened and then shortlisted for an interview. And if you need help practicing for your interview, reviewing your CV, and you just need some sort of support, please do reach out to me on the email on the screen. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. Also, please feel free to share with your friends and family. It's free. And if you're not subscribed to my channel, please don't forget to click that subscribe button down below. Again, I want to thank you for watching. I'll speak to you soon on my next video. Bye.